Howdy lads, welcome back to another Gates of Hell PvP match. This time it is a 2v2 on Ronsi. Slate War. I'm the US faction, I've gone for the irregular doctrine. It is myself and Plutonian Pizza versus Mr. Bollocks and Herbs213. I hope I got that right. But all of us are in the Discord, so get amongst it, jump in the Discord if you want to get some games in. There'll be a link in the description. Disregard the pause. Oh, sorry, I just moved my mouse there. Disregard the pause. We're just getting everyone to catch up, which you'll see here. Yeah, I'm just checking all the connections, letting everyone catch up. So with these liberation maps, obviously they can be a little bit laggy at the start. So sometimes just a little pause for 30 seconds or so can get you back into the swing of things. So that's what I'm doing here. I think I got that right, Herbsy. Looks about right. But as you can see, I've started on the right side, so I will be pushing out to the northwest. Even though I am looking at the middle right now, you will catch me pushing out to the northwest, which I am doing now. And I'll just throw a few riflemen kind of in bushes, just to make sure they don't push straight into my spawn. So he was deciding whether to go southeast or middle. So I just pinged middle for him. I think it's best to focus on 3 zones in a 2v2 match first. If you manage to get the 4th quickly, that's great. Like if you can get out southeast. But in this example, if you look at the map, I think it's probably more important that the player on the left side of spawn goes to the middle and just chucks a few guys out to the southeast to get a look out there, as opposed to actually going too hard for it. Otherwise, you'll get kicked out of the middle, and on these urban maps, if you get kicked out of the middle too quickly, it can be a nightmare because people just throw all their infantry in buildings, and the only way to get rid of them is to either destroy the buildings, which can take time, or just charge flamethrowers through it, which sometimes doesn't actually work. So he's actually brought the Jeep up. He tried to cut me off. It's a smart little play by Herbsy here. So what I've done is I've got my guys on suppressive fire, and I'm just getting them to fire towards the Jeep. And now I'm trying to spread them out. I have lost 1 soldier so far, but he's lost one of his infantrymen in the Jeep. He's trying to run away. I don't think he'll make it. I'll get those guys running to the point. I'll finish him off. I think that is textbook how you deal with a Jeep rush at the start. Divide and conquer. Get you guys suppressive firing towards it. Split you guys up so we can't just wipe the whole squad. And try and pincer movement against him. He's got a squad reinforcing it behind, which is a good play. And by the looks of it, he might actually have more men than I have out here. So you can still hear my guys on suppressive fire. My bad. So he has actually gotten to the point first. He managed to catch a few of my guys out, which is a little bit annoying. I do have a squad reinforcing. Does look like Plutonian Pizza, Mr. Pizza, has actually managed to cap southeast as well with the Jeep, which is nice. But I've got my 4 guys in here. We've got a squad reinforcing. Now I just want to kind of slow things down a bit and reinforce my position. I've got these 4 lads here, so I will push them up. I believe I'm pausing it again to let everyone catch up. I think it was being a little bit laggy again. But yeah, I think a very good start. And as I said, that is textbook how you deal with a Jeep rush. There's no need to panic. Get you guys on suppressive fire, directed at the Jeep, of course. Oh no, I know what that was. That was actually my cat was being annoying, so I paused it to get my cat out the computer room. But there is one moment in this game where we pause it just to let everyone catch up, but it doesn't actually lag that badly, so don't stress, lads. So I'm trying to get a grenade over this hedge. Eat nade. So got a couple of them, which is nice. A couple Sterngrens as well. I've still got these 3 here just covering this point. So he's tried to cut me off again, so he is pushing guys through and doing a bit of damage that way, which is nice to see. But splitting my squad up. I'm going to put a few at the back there, because obviously there's a lot of dark grey out on the northwest. I didn't want them sneaking AT around like I tend to try to do to people. And, you know, sit bazookas in the corner and stuff. And I wasn't sure how much they still had there. I tried to throw a grenade over there and I almost blew up my whole squad. But that's okay. I was actually trying to push out and get the Jeep. He did actually take the machine gun off of it. I didn't know that, but I am actively trying to push towards the Jeep to steal it. I wanted to use it against him.
Always ready.
Oh no. Oh, he got me. Rude. I don't know how you can see my dude.
Aye, sir.
But things have slowed down now. It looks like old mate's been pushed completely off that southeastern side, but
Ready to go, sir.
because he's entrenched himself in the middle there, we're pretty comfortable. Stop. Shoot. He keeps catching my guys off guard with sneaky little dudes, just kind of hiding in bushes and that. But I am making progress. I am pushing out quite nicely. I've actually managed to catch him, but he's made it to cover too quickly. So it's probably a fight I'm not going to win, seeing as I'm just lying out in the open. He's brought out something, the Opel Blitz truck. You've been watching too many quick six-hatch videos, boys. The Opel Blitz truck sucks, don't get it. It is useless. Like, it can do some damage, but for the points, eh. But I'm sending my Grenadier dude rifleman at it. Shoot. That's okay, I do have my infantry support gun coming. So I bought that from a Doctrine. I love this thing. I think he's trying to pop some shots at it. Now, someone did tell me if you press Shift G, it'll let go of the cannon without you having to get out and actually physically do it. So, if you're watching, thank you for that, mate. So I will start trying to do that, but a good shot by the infantry gun. Oh, bad miss. So I'm really trying to take this out before he can use it against me again. Happy days. So we love that. You love to see it. Burn, baby, burn. So, old mate Pizza is still contesting on the southeast, which is nice. It's really giving us a nice buffer, seeing as he's being left alone in the middle. There is forces pushing towards the mid, though. I think old mate that I'm versing out here, Elbs, I think it was. I think I've pretty well pushed him out of the northeast, so it looks like he's going to start pushing towards the middle. And what you'll notice me doing is just pushing lads up. I always say if you don't come across enemies, keep moving. So, just moving all my guys up.
Yes, sir. I'm ready. Awaiting orders, sir.
He does still have some dudes kind of scattered around the area, so I don't want to be too pushy in moving up, but it appears as though, as I said, he's got basically nothing out there. Leaving my infantry support gun out here, because that's a nice little position that's covering this open ground. To be fair, I don't really need it anywhere else, and I can even cover the enemy pushing into the zone. Nice. But I think that's a really nice little spot for it. We'll attempt to try and get some grenades out. You should always be direct controlling and cooking your nades. Pretty well guaranteed kills. Unless they're already dead, like what happened there. I think he's running away now. So now I'm just throwing him for the spam. And he's tried to sneak around the corner, the sneaky boy. I've managed to catch him out though. I think what he's doing is he's doing the silhouette drag and letting them just run straight through my infantry. Which, don't do, boys. You can silhouette drag, but just before they get to the point, you should be jumping back over to watch them and making sure that if an enemy starts shooting at you, you can stop them from just running to their sure death. Now, this was a nice one. Oh, flamey boy. Pop that. So nice little squad wipe there. You love to see it. I've got the M20 out as well. Obviously, first thing I'm doing is taking out that bazooka. You shouldn't be sending this up with the bazooka in it. Get old mate out, get the bazooka and put him somewhere nice. Now he's got the grill out. That's dangerous. He's moved it a little far forward though. This point isn't very vehicle friendly from the other side, even from my side. There's too much cover, too many hedges. I don't know. I feel like there's not really any other things he could have used, to be fair. Maybe a Panzer II for his first Doctrine line, but yeah, the point's not very vehicle friendly. This is where it was lagging. I was saying before how we stopped it just to let everything catch up. So let's have a look at how we're doing. So 29 to 22 kills. So I've got 29 kills. I've lost 22 inf. I'm 1 for 1 in vehicles. Plutonian's 7 and 8. Herbs is 22 and 30. And Mr. Box is 7 and 9. By the looks of it. So overall 36 to 30. And I didn't get a look at the enemy team. So we've got 36 kills to 30 deaths. Myself and Pizza doing quite well. That grill is going ham. Just trying to get my soldiers out of the firing line. I'm trying to throw an AT grenade on the grill. He's pushing it up dangerously close. I've also got my bazooka there that I just pulled out, but missed. So now I'm coming out here. I'll try to catch him out here. I don't think he really knows what to do at this point because he's kind of committed the grill at this point. There's really no getting out. So I managed to track it. Oh, that was my phone. Disregard that, lads. And bang. Love to see it. So that's a sweet spot on the grill. If you can manage to hit its side armor just on the turret, it'll pop like that most of the time. It's great. So I'm just getting the 82nd Airborne Recon up there just to reinforce. It's only a 4-man squad, but they're half decent. So I'll get them up there. So again, I'm just trying to slowly move some lads up. Play a bit of Call of Duty, why not? There's one guy sitting in a building that I can't take out. You can see him there on the map, on the screen, so. M20's out covering that flank now. Figured I'd bring that back so it doesn't die. Be very easy for him to push a Panzerschreck out there. And I got my first officer at 10 minutes and 30 seconds. I reckon that might be the longest it's taken me to get an officer, ever. Do any of you ever remember me getting an officer? My first officer any later than that? Because I don't think I have. So yeah, there you go. So I'm bringing the M20 out into this open field. I'll let it do some work. No need for me to move that. It's still doing exactly what I want it to do. I could probably move it up a little bit, but it's got the cover of the fence in front of it, which I like. They're starting to shoot at me. Bit rude. I'm just trying to kind of get a look out west and see what's out there. So I've got him on hold fire now. And being a recon dude, he's obviously got better vision. He's less detectable. So I'm just pushing him around, seeing what I can see. And yeah, there's not a lot out here. Oh, this is another shambles moment, I reckon. I wish they would, like, underarm it over the hedges. Look at that, I just killed myself. So dumb. If he didn't want to die, he just screamed he didn't want to die. If he didn't want to die, maybe he could have thrown the grenade over the hedge instead of at himself. So dumb. But doing the old direct control, take off 2 ticks, throw your nade, kill. Works every time. They've brought their own infantry gun out. Not a bad call, but I feel like there's too much cover in the middle there for the infantry gun to do a lot at this point. It's not high enough caliber to really destroy all the buildings quick enough for it to be effective, especially when you're down this far. So you can still see me moving old mate out. That's a nice little position there in that hedge. I can see both sides of the approach. I'm just making sure I can see out west because I figured that's where they'll push through.
Any orders, sir?
And now I'm just going to clean up the Sturmgrens hanging about here. Love that sound.
Uncle Sam.
Long. The rifle grenadier. I love the sound of it. It sounds sick. Long. Can't even do the sound very well. I suck at it. Still moving out. Old mate is handling himself in the middle, so there's really no urgency for me to push in there. I'm better off just establishing myself out here and clearing Herbsy out the point. If he was starting to get capped against, then it might warrant me rushing a squad or something there to help. But at the minute, there's no real need. And I noticed I had a whole bunch of mines. So with some American infantry, you get a whole lot of mines. You can see 6 here. So what I'm doing is I'm just mining everything. Making sure there's no easy approaches into basically our back point. So, figured, you know, likely not to get used, but just in case, it's always handy to have them there. I was looking at getting a mortar, but I figured it'd be pretty useless in this point. I've got my second officer now at 14 minutes and 13 seconds. Wild. And now it's time for me to help out. So I'm going to bring the M20 up onto that road and see if I can get shots down that road towards the infantry gun. Risky play, but didn't really, you know, it's not really that big of a deal. I hear beeping out the front. I think there's a bit of a traffic jam. I live kind of on a main road, so it gets busy around this time. It's like, you know, school pickup time kind of thing. M20 is doing absolutely nothing. And bang. Good play, Herbsy, good play. So, unlucky, but you get that. 15 minutes in, 858 to 166 our way. I'm still trying to move up. I got a lot of infantry doing nothing. I could potentially be bringing them up to the west, but I'm pretty comfortable where I am. So I was deciding between the 105 howitzer, which is very accurate. It's a very good howitzer actually, or the E45 Sherman, the Flamey Sherman. I so badly want the Flame Sherman to be good. I really do. But I always suck with it. But I figured urban environment. Pretty sure the flamethrower's only got like 35 meters of range, but it could be good in an urban environment. So I'm going to bring it up anyway. See how it goes. He's done the dual T-34s. And I noticed that I could buy a lot of things, so I figured, why not grab the M4A3 105 Sherman? So I'm going to sit that in here just to kind of shoot down that road and protect my 2 back caps. Now we've got 5 tanks actually, because there's a tank up on the southeastern flank. We've got 5 tanks cruising around now, which is quite deadly. So it looks like he's actually trying to sneak into my zone. I do have the infantry gun covering that, so I'm not too worried to be fair. Get some glider pioneers pushing out with the flamethrower. Alrighty, round we go.
Ready to go, sir.
I was just waiting to push in. To be fair, I mean, his infantry gun's still kind of hanging around out there, so that could take out my flame sherman pretty easily. So I can't really push up that much with it, and with the limited flame range, it's just, yeah, it's not going to be that useful. But we're going to try anyway. In you go, son.
Awaiting orders.
I was just letting my teammate know that he's trying to sneak some dudes through our lines. So I'm diverting a bunch of these lads up there just to make sure I handle that. I figured if you want to hide behind a wall, I'll employ the American doctrine and just get rid of the wall. I'll have none of it. Got some form of tank destroyer. Oh, it's a Stern Panzer. That thing's dangerous. That is a good buy for a map like this, just to clear that middle point. But they are pretty far behind at this point, so odds of it working are minimal. See me moving up. He's got a flamethrower there. He's kind of snuck behind us, so I'm trying to avoid that because he can easily take out my Sherman. But I might manage to get him. Happy days. That's game though. If you do like this content, please do like, sub, comment, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, boys.